September is Hunger Action Month, and this morning, South Florida survivor knows what it's like to wonder where her next meal will come from. Now, Elizabeth Mejia says she turned her physical hunger into a hunger for learning to create a better life for herself and others.
How many of you will be new to the program?
Elizabeth Mejia is passionate about education. Her appetite for knowledge and thirst for social justice led her to a career with Communities in Schools of Miami.
The purpose is to make sure kids stay in school. That's the ultimate purpose, make sure they stay in school, they graduate, and they go on to successful life. We feel that that's the best way to kind of impact poverty, to break the cycle.
That cycle is one Elizabeth knows firsthand.
I was raised in a housing project up north in Connecticut, and it was one of the most violent housing projects in that area. So there was a lot of violence, there was a lot of gangs, there was a lot of, it wasn't a safe neighborhood. And all I knew, I was like, please, just get me out of here.
Elizabeth's father was a security guard killed on the job when she was just a little girl, and her mother was the victim of domestic abuse. Elizabeth says as a kid, she used to beg on the street for food.
I would go to school hungry, and my stomach would be growling. We used to eat oatmeal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Oatmeal. I was like so sick of oatmeal. Because, you know, and then, you know, you go to the food banks and you get the government issued cheese and the government issued food, you know, and then by the middle of the month you have less and less and less until the end of the month, you know, so it's not a good place to be.
She knew her education would be her way out.
I just don't want to live here anymore. That's all I knew, you know. So I got to college because of programs such as Communities in Schools.
Elizabeth studied social work, and now she helps students who are facing the same challenges she dealt with growing up: violence, poverty, and hunger. Communities in Schools of Miami provides free summer and after-school programs, mentoring, tutoring, counseling, health programs, leadership development, drug abuse prevention, and violence intervention. CIS of Miami partners with 536 volunteers and 106 agencies to serve almost 25,000 South Florida students. Elizabeth says the kids find familiarity in her story.
When they realize that I come from the same place, two reactions. One is, yeah, they get it, but also it's hope and excitement, like, oh, you know, so how do you get out of that?
Her answer to that question is her recipe for success.
I think what makes me a survivor is the never quitting, you know, just going for no matter what life dishes out, you know, that you just keep going forward. I tell them, you know, just day by day and life will change. You know, you just have to have faith that life will always change. So no matter how difficult it is, you'll get through it. And you will get through it. We are meant to be survivors.
Elizabeth wrote a book about her life called Life from the Stoop. Despite everything she's been through, she says her story is one of hope and love, and she wanted to share that with the world. To learn more about Communities in Schools and Hunger Action Month, visit our website, CBSMiami.com.
Oh, man, so inspiring. Love that one.
I love what she said at the end. We are made to be survivors. We all have survivor stories, so I'm honored to tell them.